Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura, and welcome to the Pattern Queens episode 132. Today is Monday, September 4th, Labor Day here in the United States, and this is a channel about cross stitch
and friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and being in a candle making factory today.
And, having sat here with the recording going, and I'm going to have to remember to trim it all, or y'all are going to get the most interesting chatter. And Keisha and I like this.
Yeah, because we were updating our document that we use to copy and paste into the show notes that tells you everything we worked on. But Katie Landis is over there pouring candles. So
So that is a thing for you to know, that we do use our show notes, and everything that we talk about will be, well, hopefully.
Excuse
me. Did you not drink when you said my name?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Will be in the show notes. If you're new here, anytime you hear Katie Landis, you take a drink. I have water.
Same, but it has lots of ice in it, so I'm trying to drink it so that it just splosh right into my nose, because that has happened before.
So it's been an eventful week.
Yes.
How are things for you? What's gone on for you?
It's been pretty good. Busy week at work. We have a 3-day weekend this weekend, which has meant a lot of park time with James, and James is getting really good at riding his tricycle. So we rode in our neighborhood, and our neighborhood is very hilly.
Yes.
And his little legs didn't want to go up the hill. And we have a handle on the back of the bike that helps us steer it, and we can also push it if his legs get tired. So guess we pushed him up the street. And then he didn't want anyone to hold on to it while he was going down. And I'm like, oh, you will just crash right off the side of the road if we don't hold on to it, buddy. So family bike rides.
Okay, so that reminds me, Katie and I went to the grocery store last night, and as we're getting back in the car, there is this long line of carts that these two guys are bringing in. And it's long enough that the pretty good sized guy at the back is bent all like in half and pushing to get it to go. And the kid at the front is, he's much more slim, is just kind of like has his hand on the front one so that it doesn't go anywhere. He's just kind of la-di-daing it around. And the next thing I know, I look up and they have switched places. And the guy from the front is at the back trying to push and make the thing go. And it was the funniest thing because he could not even get the line of carts to go. It was just cracking me up. And, the other guy is like, I am so done. I'm
need a break.
Yeah. Probably they should just split it in half and let each of them try and get them across the parking lot.
Probably so. But where's the challenge in that?
It was hysterical. But then also, as we're pulling out, there are two other much taller guys that are out there, and they're checking the cart returns, and there are no cards. They look at the other guys and they're kind of like, got out of that. The big news with me this week is you guys. Katie and I announced at the beginning of the week that we were hosting a donation drive for my school, which is Topping Elementary. And she designed a pattern to go with it. And she gave the spoiler that it is Schoolhouse Rock. The first part has come out. You can find that on the Black Needle Society Instagram or in our Facebook group. You can see a spoiler. I'll show you this. Keisha, I may ask you to hold one side and we'll just kind of carefully tilt. I got to get my side.
Just the brightest blue fabric you can think of.
So Katie called for 32 count Wapo blue. If you do that, it will take less than 1/8 of a yard. And this is the color palette. I think I have all of them. I can't remember if we were missing any when we picked them up or not. But I would kind of like to stitch this and donate it to my school.
Oh yeah.
Because it would be a fun thing for that.
Sure.
But I haven't told Keisha numbers, so she gets to hear all this. You guys have donated more than 375 items. Wow. For a total of over $6,400.
My gosh. That's amazing.
You are absolutely, absolutely amazing. There are still items on the list if you would like to join us. There's a variety of donation levels. And I mean, people are getting the people in my building are getting really giddy. And it is so fun to go. And I have one of our carts there that we use for our business. And I keep hearing people say, I get so excited when I hear your cart in the hall because I know you're delivering goodies to somebody. And the kids are so excited. And probably the best thing, and hopefully I won't get weepy on you. A 5th grade teacher said to her class, they asked, why are people donating to our school? And the teacher said, well, it's because they believe in you. And I just thought, wow. And so now I've heard that repeated throughout the building by other teachers. And I think, especially I work at a Title I school, so it's a lot of low income families, and it's just, there are a lot of things going on in the building. But I do think that the kids don't always hear that they're important to somebody. And so it's been really cool. But also we have a brand new teacher this year. She was a student teacher in our building last year. So she knows the drill at our building. So she fits in perfectly. But because of this drive, she's been able to set up her room for the whole year. So, the things that you teachers will understand this, the things that you don't have in your first year, she does. And that's amazing. We found out some interesting little tidbits in the building about what people have been making do with. And I walked into a special ed room and delivered her things. And a student she was with picked up a package and it's like, this looks really cool. And she said, would you like to test it out? And the kid's like, yes. So she stopped what she was doing, opened the package, and gave them, it's a learning toy, right? But they just see a toy.
Right.
But it will teach them what they need to know. And yeah, she just stopped what she was doing and broke it open, and the kid got to use it right away. So that was fun.
That's amazing.
So and
great.
I have a zillion stories already. And if you're on our Facebook group, Katie has been sharing all of the photos and a very silly video of me.
I saw that.
It's me walking into the room and seeing the donations, which if you watch that video, that's not even the largest amount of donations that we've gotten at one time. Wow. But the giddy person that you hear behind the camera is the teacher that I work with, Amy. And she said something this week about our people are just amazing. And she goes, oh, I mean, your people. And I said, they're your people. You pack their boxes. And Amy said, yeah, I've had my hands all over their stuff. But she is so supportive and so awesome. It just,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay, and you want to hear my karma story from the week real quick too?
Sure.
Then? Okay. So we went to Starbucks. Surprise, surprise. And Katie got a pumpkin spice latte. I got my mocha. And when I got in there, I was looking to see if Katie had gotten any food, and we just hadn't talked about it. And the barista comes over and goes, oh yeah, for whatever reason, your pumpkin spice ticket printed twice. Do you just want that one? And I'm like, well, sure. So I go out to the car, I tell Katie, and she goes, that's karma. And then she said, do you know anybody who will want this? And I said, maybe Amy likes pumpkin spice. So I send her a message. Do you like PSL? Yes. So I took it and I got to tell her, this is your karma for being such an awesome person and helping. So that's our karma story. And we are who knows how many minutes into this and haven't talked a bit about stitching yet.
Well, that's okay, because we talked about the stitching community.
There you go. So it's really awesome. It's an Amazon wish list. You should be able to, if you would like to purchase things, you just send a copy of your receipt to beinsocietyhelp@gmail.com, and Katie will get you added to the list. the first part of the sal is going 2 weeks. For one thing, Katie and I will be out of town next weekend, but also it gives you a chance to get all of your supplies and get started. During our chat the other night, one of the ladies had started and had finished. The school is the first thing that you get to stitch. And so she had finished the roof up there and was getting close enough that she could work on some of the red for the schoolhouse. So that was awesome. But you just go on and donate and it will send everything through. And as long as you clicked, I don't know if you have to click that it's a gift.
Well, whenever you go in, if you buy from an Amazon wish list, it'll ask where you want it sent. If you want it sent to your address, or if you want to send it, I think it's set up to send to Amy.
It is. So it says Amy M. Ward.
Yeah. So you just click to say that you want to send it to Amy, and then it just gets sent to the school, and you don't even have to worry about it. It just shows up there.
And for most items, we're getting a gift receipt. So if you put a message in, I'm attaching those with the item, and the teachers are getting to see all the sweet messages. I keep walking through my building and hearing, your people are amazing. Yes.
So yeah, very simple if you want to jump in.
Awesome. And now really seriously, I will stop talking about it. Do you have any finishes this week?
I don't have any finishes this week.
I have a finish for now.
Okay. Let's see it.
So Katie and I are going to the pep rally hosted by Chantels 141 in Michigan, and Kathy Haberman from Hands On Design will be there. And she designed this for us. You can see there are some openings under the row that starts with G and above the row that starts with T. We will be adding stitches in those. And I finished mine last night. I stayed up way entirely too late, but I finished it.
Nice.
So it is ready to go. It's a beautiful piece. The fabric is Fabrics by Stephanie. I want to say it's driftwood and is pretty easy to work on. So I enjoy that. This one's called 4 Seasons Folk, and then in parentheses, autumn. And I hear that there have been hints that this will be a series.
Nice.
So after next weekend, I will put this fully on my finishes list, and we'll show you guys in 2 weeks.
I'm excited to see what goes on.
Me too. And I know we're going to spend some time learning to do lacing.
Oh, nice.
But also Katie and I are going to take the opportunity to go out to dinner with a couple of our friends in Michigan. So we're going to see Jennifer and Stephanie.
Fun.
So we're really excited. We've never met Stephanie in person, so this is really exciting for us.
Nice.
And it's always awesome to see Jennifer. So
yeah, she's great.
So that's my finish. Okay, you want to do whips?
I do.
If you hear weird little clinkies, that's just Katie Landis over there.
It's the candle making.
Yeah.
I'm setting them up so it's not clinking.
You're fine though. It's kind of a nice little sound.
It's ambient. It sounds like we have tinkling bells. All right. Speaking of Jennifer, she gave me a whole bunch of mill hills at one point, and my boy decided that he wanted me to start Itsy Bitsy by Mill Hill. It's a real big start.
Is it an itsy bitsy start?
It's an itsy bitsy start. Here it is. There's not a whole lot. Actually, there's really not a lot to this one. I mean, it's not.
You leave a lot of the black showing. You won't cut that one out, will you?
Well, so
or did they?
They cut it out, but they didn't cut where the spider webs are. There's still black perforated paper behind there, so it's really just cut around the outside. But yeah, that's my little start. One night, whenever he was going to bed, he asked if I would work on it.
Mom for the win.
Right. The next thing I worked on is bacon and eggs from Mill Hill. It was a Mill Hill week. I'm not done with it, but I've started putting the beads in, so I need to do beads on the bacon and beads on the toast.
That is some fancy food.
I know it. but I don't have the beads of the yolk of the egg. But I have all the rest of it. So James really likes to put the egg on the egg, and I told him he couldn't do that anymore. So he got very upset about that. So that's that. And then I pulled out Summer in Stars Hollow from the Black Needle Society. I'm only a couple seasons behind. It's no big deal. I can totally catch up by the time winter's out in March. So here's the whole thing. I'm doing it all on one big piece. So that's autumn. And here is summer.
The good news for you is that winter goes on the other side of
Oh,
autumn.
that's true. So if I don't finish it, I'm already ready.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. So I worked on that, and this is on a piece of just 32 count white Evenweave. And I'm about to get stuck by my needle there.
And our model is on 28 count because that was in 2020, and that's what our LNS had in stock. And so,
well, and
28 count white linen.
And my story about this is I had you pick this up at Heart's Desire. I called and ordered all the things on the phone, and you went to Heart's Desire, and it was already done. And it's all the called for. The next thing I worked on, because it was first Friday Fancy Ladies, I worked on Lady Justice from Mirabilia, and I'm doing this. I love it. It's all greens. I'm doing this on a piece of 32 count Olympia linen from Mystic Fibers. But here is where I am so far. So I've got a lot of her sash done.
Are those going to be beads in the spaces, or?
Yes. All of those that are open are beads right now. So that's moving right along. I haven't pulled her out for a long time, and I really enjoyed working on her, so I'll have to pull her out again.
My first Friday Fancy Ladies were the crows.
Oh, well, they're very fancy.
Because that thing had to get done.
That's right. And then the last thing I worked on, I picked up Fright from Bent Creek. And this is one, whenever we went to Color and Cotton, I bought a bunch of flosses and converted it while I was there. And this is on a piece of 32 count linen that's just limited edition from Color and Cotton. But here's where I am with it.
Ooh, I love that soft orange.
So I've got, and this is the orange I was talked into because I almost put it on great, but I was talked into orange, and I'm not sad about it. So I got my pumpkin done, and I started on the ghost behind him.
It will be very Halloweenish for sure.
For sure. So I'm really excited about the orange. I wasn't really sure about it at first, but he's a nice, fun, stripy pumpkin that's a little bit dark, and I like it. So. But anyway, that's what I worked on this week.
Awesome. Well, I worked a lot on that, on the class piece. And then I have a couple other things. So I started Santa's Village, and I am actually starting on Santa's house. We had someone give us their stash, and this series is in there, and it has all the buttons. So that's the one I started on. And I started it here Saturday, and I left it here thinking that we'd be back yesterday, and then I just couldn't do it. I had a bad night. And so I've only gotten this far. You probably can't even see the white, but it's red and white together through there. And this is on, we were trying to decide if it's 28 or 32. It's something like that. Wexford cloth.
I'd say probably 28.
That's what we think. I have enough fabric either way. And I have my flosses in there. I'm doing a conversion. Oh, great. That I put together at Color and Cotton. And I found out the other night when I started that I actually will not have enough colors, because I think I only did the DMC colors, and it has a whole bunch of overdyes.
Yeah.
I have this in a bag from Lynn Acctgforstitches creates. So cute. And this is the inside fabric. I think it's a huge bag, huge bag. So it'll be perfect for this like half yard of fabric to be in. And I have oodles of room for it. Excuse me while I bend down here. My next one is in a bag I made with the denim inside and stars. I'm still trying to throw it around.
That's
And it is my Forever in Peace by Sweet Wing Studio. And I have just been having fun this week filling in some of, I keep seeing Dee Doreen working on hers, and so I had to pull mine out. But I've just been filling in bands. I'm getting close. I think I have
so good.
6 bands, 6 more bands to put in. Wow. So both red and blue. But yeah, I mean, it's getting close. And then the words Forever in Peace at the top will go on there. It's fun. Once I get going on it, it's really easy. I don't have to use the pattern most of the time.
Yeah, that'll be a good retreat piece. Are you taking that with you?
Well, I think so, but I also, that's all I worked on this week.
Okay.
To kind of go into that part of plans a little bit,
Sure.
I like to have a retreat start. And I think I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take my Who Let the Frogs out for one thing, and see if I can get people to stitch on it. But also I am taking, my brain just went dead. Oh my gosh. It's from Sweet Wing Studio, and it's a little bird. It's really sweet. I can't think what it's.
Oh no.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's okay. Catch us next time and she'll have worked on it.
You know, you talk for a minute and
Okay.
I'll find my picture. What are your plans?
You know, I'm not really sure what my plans are. I will probably work more on summer and star hollow because I really do want to get summer and spring done before the winter retreat in March. I need to finish bacon and eggs. I'm so close to being finished with bacon and eggs. But I may get talked into working on Itsy Bitsy spiders. So who knows? And I was really enjoying working on Fright so much that I didn't take it out of the hoop because I just want to work on it some more. So I might work on that. We're in September, so we're getting close to Halloween stitching, and that's
so the one from Sweet Wing Studio is called Singing Sparrow.
Oh, okay.
And it's a really sweet one. And then the other one that Keisha and I will start this month is Autumn Town by Autumn Lane Stitchery.
I was making sure you remembered what it was called this time.
Yeah, it was there. So I took a picture of my little sheets. That's why I'm like, if I just get in my photos, I can see it. But also in October, I have this in my cute little bag from That's So Kelly Go. So I love this. And I don't have my fabric yet. You've seen Keisha work on it. I do have all of the colors for Halloween at Granny's.
So exciting.
By Carolyn Manning. There's a pair of scissors in here. I wonder if I just didn't know that.
I think you talked about them.
I don't think I had those. I wonder if they came in here and I just didn't know it.
Maybe.
That's kind of fun, right? So if you buy a bag from Kelly, the thing that I like, there are lots of things I like. They're well made, but it comes with a matching Ditsy Keep, which has the magnet that fell. She shows you, she puts floss in here so that you can see that it'll stick on there. There's a magnet in here. There's a little pocket. It's just very sweet, and it all is the coordinating fabrics that she's used. And on the outside of her bag, she puts a hang tag, and this one says who's stitching. And on the back you can write your project information, and it's always there and handy since these are bags that you don't see in. There's no vinyl print.
Nice.
So, but I got that all kitted up.
Thanks.
I'll have to figure out if I have pretty brown fabric, because I really like Keisha's pretty brown fabric.
Well, I'm just using the cult.
Which is it a Witchell?
Yeah, it's espresso.
Okay. So I have to decide if that's what I'm doing or if I have something that dark already. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we've rambled enough and gotten into some shenanigans.
Yes.
Or at least Katie has.
And y'all have definitely made some shenanigans this week for us, which is just the best. And I won't start again, or I just won't stop. So we will not be here next week. We'll be here in 2 weeks. And until then, there's nothing left to say except bye.
Have a good 2 weeks.